at the Colosseum. Hello, beautiful people. This is Monique, Roxy, whoever you know me as. I am here to do my official Europe vlog of my experience in Italy. So first, I need to preface by saying that this is my experience. I know that everyone has different experiences while traveling, and I need you guys to understand and know that this is purely the experience that I had as a female solo traveler. So the things that I'm going to discuss in this video, they're not up for debate. It's purely my experience, okay? So let's get right into it. I went to Italy the early parts of November, so just last month. It is early December now. I went to Italy I touched down November 4th through November 7th. So yes, while I was there, I went to, of course, go and see the amazing, incomparable Colosseum, the Roman Colosseum. And it was incredible. We'll get into that a little bit later, but a little bit of the deets. I stayed in a hostel / hotel that I booked on my beloved site booking.com, who I love so much, and it was called MEININGER. I'm gonna have the spelling right here for you guys. I don't know what the exact pronunciation is, but it was a beautiful, beautiful little hostel / hotel. It had a very modern vibe. It had like the theme was kind of like movies, and it was just a really nice theme. So I'm gonna throw in some pictures and a video so that you guys can see my accommodations. So I'm staying at a hostel in Rome, and this is what my room looks like. I have a private room. I'm not staying in like an open room with different beds and different people. It's a really cute little room. I mean, it's very compact, but it's really, really nice and quite costly. That is where I stayed for 3 nights, from the 4th to the 7th, right? So my very first day in Rome, I touched down. I get there, I get to the airport, and I had already pre-planned, like I always do, my shuttle bus from the airport to my hotel / hostel. And the voucher that I got from TripAdvisor, no, it was Viator. That's where I actually got my Viator and TripAdvisor are like sister companies. So I may say one meaning the other, but it's kind of the same thing. So I got it from Viator.com, which is where I typically will get all of my tours, in addition to my shuttles and things like that, going to and from the airport or my hotel. And it kind of ironed out how to get there, how to get to the kiosk. So it was very, very detailed. I did not have any problems finding it. I got there and I was completely ignored. So there were like 5 employees. There was like a desk. There were 3 employees behind the desk and 2 like on the floor helping those that could not make it up to the kiosk due to having too much luggage or a large group of people. They were being very helpful and happy. When I walked up, none of that. I was not welcomed. No one walked up to me. I saw one of the ladies helping a couple, which were American as well. I could hear them speaking English, so I know that it was not due to a language barrier. The other employee, she saw me, looked me dead in my face, turned around, went to the kiosk and talked to her coworkers. So 5 minutes has passed, and 5 minutes is a very fucking long time when you're waiting for some help and you're standing there looking crazy. So I walk up to the kiosk and I say, "Excuse me, hi," I'm trying to be as polite as possible, even though my blood is boiling already. She immediately turns to me and she says, "You have to wait till the woman in charge comes." She didn't ask me, did you need to book a shuttle? Did you have reservations already? Hold on one moment. Nothing. She completely never minded me and told me to wait. So I was gonna try the other lady that was talking to the couple. When she got finished, she just looked at me and walked off on me. I said, "Oh, this is what we're doing." Okay. So I'm in a foreign country. I cannot do anything but be chill. Namaste. So I stood there until another young lady came up, and she was very courteous, very nice. She was like, "Hi, did you book a shuttle already, or did you need to book one?" I said, "I already booked it. Here's my voucher," blah, blah, blah. So she told me where I needed to go in order to wait for my driver, which was literally like 10 feet away. So I stood there. I was waiting for some instructions. I was waiting with another couple, and the driver comes up. He speaks no English whatsoever. He grabs our luggage and just said, let's go. So he's like walking really fast. We're damn near running at this point, trying to keep up with the man. Because I'm like, I don't know if you're trying to steal my luggage, child. I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to make sure I keep up with him. So I keep up with the guy. We make it to our car, which is a nice little Mercedes-Benz, you know, like just like a little van, a Mercedes-Benz van. So we get in. He drops me off first. He was actually really nice. When we got to my hotel/hostel place, he walked me across the street, made sure that I got over there safely with my bag. He was really, really nice. So that experience, I was like, you know what? Things happen. I'm not gonna let this mess up my day. When I arrived and I got to my hotel, it was probably about 4:30 p.m. I get checked in. I didn't have to wait for my room or anything. I get upstairs. The check-in was actually great too. The check-in at the hotel, the people were really courteous, very nice. I had a great experience with that. I get up to my room. I get all settled in. I needed water. I needed snacks, you know. And right next door, I had noticed right next door to my my hotel was like this little market. So I got settled in. I went back out and I went next door to go to the market to grab me some snacks. So I go into the market, and I don't know if any of you guys know this, but this is something that may be helpful to a lot of you. The Google Translate app, they have a feature on the app where you can take a picture of a sign or of anything, a menu, whatever you can't read that is in a foreign language to you. You can take a picture of it and it will translate it into the language that you need it to be translated to. So check that out. I was using that app, the Google Translate app, to take a picture of the ingredients of something. It was like gelato or ice cream, but I wasn't sure if it was gelato, if it was ice cream, because I don't really enjoy gelato. It's too rich for me. Had it in Brazil and I didn't like it. So I was trying to take a picture of the ingredients so that I could read and make myself aware of what was in it. An employee of the market, a man, he is being very aggressive. He walks up to me, no photo, no photo. And I'm like, okay, bro, like, calm down. Like, I get no photo. I can understand that quite, like, I got it, you know, that's clear. I get what you're saying. So I was trying to explain to him that I was only taking a picture to understand the ingredients, language barrier. He didn't understand what I was saying. All he kept screaming was no photo with his hand in my face like this. I was not feeling that shit. I grabbed it. I said, you know what? Fuck it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I'm just going to go ahead and get the fuck out of here, because if I have to have a run-in with him, this is now going to be the second interaction that I have almost had to do something outside of my character. So Italy was not, you know, we wasn't seeing eye to eye at this point. And at that point, I was almost ready to get the hell up out of the whole country, because I'm like, listen, if my experience is about to be anything like today, that I have had 2 instances where people are trying me, I'm gonna have to go, or I'm gonna end up in jail. And I don't get like that, y'all. That's not who I am. So I was just like, whew, let me get my shit in. Now, again, namaste, okay? Got up out of there. I go to the checkout. I'm checking out. Guess who checks me out? This same asshole. So I have like maybe 6 items. I have some fruit, I have some water, I have some chips. You know, I'm stocking up for my room. The same guy checks me out. Now, I don't know what the laws here are as far as bags go. I didn't know that you had to pay for bags. He rings my things up. He didn't even try to insinuate or ask me if I wanted to purchase a bag. So I'm looking at him like, I got all this shit. I'm gonna need something to carry it in. And he, again, language barrier. He did not give me a bag. He would not even give me a bag. So I ended up carrying all of these things in my arms back to my room, which was right next door. So that was another reason why it wasn't a problem. So I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with this man. So I go back upstairs. I'm very upset at this point. Not even just a little, I was very upset. But I went upstairs, took my things, and then I said, you know what, I'm hungry. So I went back out and I went to go and get some, I saw a little pizza spot down the block. I went down there to get some pizza. The pizza was incredible and it was a great experience, because even though there was a language barrier, the young lady that served me from behind the counter was still not being nasty to me. That is what I call customer service, okay? That's all you had to do, was give me what the fuck I need, tell me how much money I gotta pay you, and we good. A spade is a spade, okay? So that was the first night that I got there. And by the way, I was not eating meat on this trip. So I was seeking places, and that's why I was also reading ingredients, because I was on a strict vegetarian diet, still am. But I had just started going into my vegetarian. I was doing like 1 month vegetarian only for the month of November. That was just my thing. Don't ask why, don't know. But yeah, so I was strict vegetarian diet, so every place that I was looking for needed to just be pasta with no meat sauce, none of that. And the next day was the day that I went to go and visit the Colosseum. And I had an amazing time. I'm also going to be inserting some pictures. The weather was actually really bipolar, okay? It was about 60 to 70 degrees depending on the day or the time of day, when the sun was out and when it wasn't. But in Rome, it was very rainy. So that made things challenging because I was not equipped 100% to deal with that. I thought I was staying closer to the Colosseum, but there was miscommunication, but that was all my fault. I didn't really mind either way because I knew I could have hopped in a cab. By the way, cabs are not as easy to obtain in Rome. They don't really have lots of them just waiting around because of how congested they are there in Rome. So that's a great tip. Always have your plan readily available, whether you're going to take the train. Rome has an amazing transit system, okay? Buses and trains. So I took the train in Rome to get from my hotel to the Colosseum, which was only 3 stops away. I didn't get lost. I normally get lost everywhere. So I didn't get lost. I took the train. It was only $1.50 euro. $1.50 one way. So that's how much I paid. Also, make sure that you exchange your money. They don't deal with American currency at all because, first of all, our dollar does not mean shit to them. It's trash. So make sure that you exchange money at the airport or you're gonna have a hard time. Yeah, so I had my euro. I got my ticket for the train. I waited on the train. The train was very congested. When I went to the Colosseum, I had to meet up with my tour group at like 9:30 a.m. So I'm on the train roughly about 7 because I wanted to, just in case I did get lost, I wanted to have that extra wiggle room. So it was like time, I guess people were going to work and commuting to work, so it was very congested, but I didn't never feel unsafe. I never felt like, oh, let me keep my bag over here and, you know, somebody's gonna rob me. I didn't feel unsafe at all. So I got to the area that I was supposed to be in, and as soon as you get off the train or you come from the area where you're like going into the outside area from underground, the Colosseum is right there in my face. So beautiful, so majestic, so historic. It was beautiful. At this time, it was not raining. It was drizzling, but it was still cold because, you know, in the morning it's like sometimes really cold. But as the day progressed, it did get warmer and I had to shed my layers. And it also started like raining, torrential rain. So make sure, if you are visiting in November, make sure you take a poncho, raincoat, rain boots, an umbrella. It is very rainy around that time. So when we went into the Colosseum, we got inside, it started to rain. That didn't mess up our tour. They had this really cool feature where, and I'm gonna insert a picture so that you guys can see it. I have on like these headphones. But the tour guides, they give each and every person their own little like radio kind of looking thingy. So they don't have to be yelling and, hey, so this was placed here in 18. They don't have to do all of that because they just talk regular into their device, and everyone hears it because everyone has an addition of that little radio thingy. So yeah, The tour lasted a couple of hours that we were inside of the Colosseum, looking around, taking pictures, and then we ended up going to the Roman Forum, the Spanish Roman Forum, sorry. At that time, it was raining so hard that I decided that I was not going to stay on the tour anymore. I was not equipped. Everything was soaked. My bag, everything, and I did not want my electronic things to become drenched. So I got back on the train and I went back to my hotel, and that was the end of that day. The next day is when I went to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So that was really fun because that was a full day trip to Florence and Pisa. So I was only on the tour, it was just me and this other lady and her son. So it was only 3 of us on the tour. So we went and we drove from Rome to Florence, which was a couple of hours. And then we were able to go into the Michelangelo town, I guess, where he was born, and it was like, you know, historic things. So we went to this one area where you can oversee the town of Florence, and it was kind of boring, to be honest with you. I didn't enjoy that as much as I thought I might. I did get to take a wonderful picture with an imitation of the Michelangelo statue in the Michelangelo Square place that we were at to overlook Florence. So that was awesome. We only stayed there for like maybe 30 minutes. We didn't need that much time because it started to rain, and we did not want to just be out there wandering around with nothing to do. There was literally not much to do but take pictures, and that was it. You know, they had like little vendors out there selling stuff, but whatever. So we got back in and we drove a couple more hours to get to the town of Pisa. And the rain had cleared up. We were so happy that we were going to be able to walk around and really enjoy. Now, Pisa is very lively. It has restaurants galore, vendors. It has the whole 9 yards. Then you go into the area where you see the Tower of Pisa, and it was just really cool to see because it's like, ain't it gonna fall down? I didn't go inside of the tower. I did go inside of the other like churches and things like that they have there, but I was not down to pay. What was that? I don't even remember. I just was not trying to pay to go inside of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Didn't seem important to me, so I did not go. I did take, of course, those famous tourist pictures outside of it, like this one. But aside from that, me and the 2 other people that I was on the tour with, we hung out, and it was just a great time. So we had dinner at a restaurant in Pisa, and then after that we went back to Rome, and then that was the conclusion of our tour. So in general, my experience in Italy was good and bad. Would I visit again? Yes, with a group of people, not again by myself. And I would definitely go in another season as to not hit that rain, in addition to the cold / whatever weather, bipolar ass weather. And the people were not nice, but that will not deter me from visiting there again if I choose. So yeah, that was my experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful day, and please check out my next video that will be coming really, really soon about my experience in Santorini, Greece. Yes, that will be next. That was actually the next destination after I went to Italy. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.